What's up, and welcome back to Cleats to Whistle podcast. I am Brad Valdez.
I am Kevin Watson.
I am Dakota Waldridge.
And man, welcome back to the Pick 6 for Week 11 here in the state of Kentucky. Man, this is gonna be good, fellas. It's getting good. Ooh. Hey, let's talk about the standings though, real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's talk about it.
I don't want to.
Last week I went 6-1.
Yeah, you got lucky.
I got lucky. Let's go, baby. But yes, I'll put the standings.
You should have went 7-0.
I should have.
Yeah, who would have get the one game you were debating the whole time?
It was who was that?
South Oldham and Collins.
That's right.
The Gooden effect. I was right there pulling the trigger, and I didn't. But anyway, man, I'll put the standings right here. But welcome to the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Man, we're there. We're at our 500. We actually cracked 1,000 subscribers.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna ask you about that last night.
Subscribers, 1,000. Listen, we had the Scott County episode really blow up. It had like almost 40,000 views. I don't know what happened.
Whoa.
Yes. So shout out to Scott County.
Coach McKee coming through.
I was gonna say McKee. Woo, he knows some
He
people
probably
out
got
there.
tired of me texting him and calling him. He's like, "Look, what's the one way to get this clown off my back?"
Yeah. So yeah,
I haven't looked in a couple of days.
I'm just excited. So thank you guys for the support, and
thank you.
This is what it's all about, man. Us growing and you guys growing with us, and man, it's pretty exciting, right?
Yeah, definitely. Woo.
I'm glad I didn't say I'd run naked through the streets if we got 1,000
Okay,
Wow.
So we have to shout out our official sponsor of the podcast, and that's Summit Sunglasses.
That's right. Local company trying to grow just like we are. SummitSunglasses.com. And
Yeah, I was going to say, and all you need to do is go to their website and use code Cleats15 to get 15% off your order. Once again, use code Cleats15. You'll get 15% off your order today.
Yes.
That's right. Hey, and they passed the quality control test.
Yes.
They won like minute 2. I dropped them and stepped on them right in front of the guy.
Right in front of them.
And they passed. Didn't even have a scratch on them.
Yeah, he was like,
I thought it was a bag.
he had a
Yeah,
relief.
And it was like a sleeve, and it just went all the way through.
I was say big eye-opening thing, but I was going to say kind of like our game of the week, kind of eye-opening with the one play that you all can't get enough of over here and
It's a butt
everything.
punt.
The butt punt, and we'll get into that later on the Summit Sunglasses Game of the Week recap. So, okay, but we have a special guest picker today. And Coach, do you wanna do the introduction?
How can I put this? This is my better half for sure. For sure. This is the real Coach Watson. She would stand up in front of me during games, and every time the other team scored, she would turn around and go. I mean, we'd be up 42-0, and they would score, and she'd go,
What's wrong with you?
yeah, like perfectionist. She's like Nick Saban in heels.
So this is Miss Terry. This is your Miss Terry.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
So well, come on, welcome into the
Come on in here,
podcast.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Put
just
these on your head. It won't mess your hair up.
Well, I don't care about that.
All right, now you got to get in there close.
There we go.
It's dynamic, so you got to get in there. Is her thing on? Her thing's
is it
not
is
on.
it on?
Turn
Oh,
up.
okay, here we go. There we
There
go.
you go. You got to get up in there because it's dynamic.
Okay.
Oh, there we
Good,
go.
good.
Perfect.
There you
But well, introduce her. What's her name?
This is
What's her-
Jennifer Watson, my bride of 25 years.
Yes. Good. Good.
We've been together 34 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Longer than he's been around.
I was just getting ready to say, longer than I have been alive.
Yeah.
I am impressed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you
Yeah, you
impressed
weren't
that
even
we've been-
pooping green when we got together.
I don't think I was even a thought when you
No.
all were together. I'm only 25, so
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh my
25.
goodness.
So you were, we were in high. I was getting ready to graduate high school.
No, you weren't.
No, 25. We were
married.
getting married.
yeah, I was going to say y'all were getting married when I was born.
Listen,
Thanks a lot, pal. You made me feel real
Yeah,
old.
that's great.
Dun, dun, dun,
Thanks.
dun.
And that's crazy because she's only 35. So
Right.
I know.
Thanks.
that's
for
crazy.
inviting me.
I'll kick the coverage. I'll be honest.
yes, you did, Coach. But now with all of our guests, we have icebreaker questions, and this is going to be rapid fire questions for you.
Answer-
Okay.
answer honestly.
Okay, here we go. Are you a sitcom or reality girl?
Sitcom.
Favorite dinner to cook?
Spaghetti.
Favorite childhood movie?
E.T.
E.T. Good one. Good one. And do you like Halloween?
It's all right.
Man, these guys are party poopers, man. Nobody likes Halloween on this
We don't get any
podcast.
trick-or-treaters where we live.
Man. Okay, this one's the hard-hitting question.
Okay.
Do you like Coach's goatee beard mustache?
Yes, because he looks awful without one.
She says I look like my brother without it.
No, now that
Now,
makes
go
it
ahead
out
and
like
say it. He
like-
looks awful.
no, he does not look awful, but he just doesn't look right without it. He has to have that facial hair.
He has to have it. Okay, and the last one, okay?
Oh, boy.
Your favorite memory of you two when you guys were dating?
This is NC-17.
I know, right?
Don't embarrass Dakota.
Oh my goodness! Probably the 4 proms that we went with each other. 'Cause-
We were a year apart in
Yeah.
school, so we
So-
had senior prom, junior prom, ring dance one year, and then we had ring dance, prom. So we had 2 ring dances, 2 proms.
right. So we had 2 dances every
It
year.
was expensive.
Yeah, it was. But we
2
you know,
different dresses, because
Yeah.
four different
I'm
dresses.
talking about each year.
Yeah. So I think those and doing those things with it, like growing up with him, we grew up together. So well,
She was 15, I
grew
was
up.
16.
Yeah.
I grew up.
I still haven't grown up.
You know that's
I'm like
crazy
Peter
because
Pan.
that's what myself and Gina. I was 16, she was 15.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
But
Wow.
I'm older than you, so we've been
Yeah,
together.
a little older.
Yeah. Just a little.
The old
You
man.
look older than I do. If you had facial hair, you would look older than me.
Man.
You know, I probably would, but I can't. I get frustrated because I don't like the salt and pepper look.
See, she won't let me die. I want to die, and she won't let me die.
Absolutely not.
No, why?
Distinguished.
That's old. I mean, like, I'm gonna put some Just for Men on my. No. No.
No.
Get just for women.
Next, he'll have Grecian formula. We're not doing all that. No.
So yeah, this is. Hey, I love it that you came on the podcast. It's awesome, and just have a good time with us, and that's what it's all about, right?
But, yeah, thanks for having me.
Wait to hear her picks.
Oh my God, here we go.
She picked the boys to win the Dawes Fairdale game.
Stop it.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's just me.
Hey, when I rattled them off to her, she picked them right away. Like there was 2 she had to come back on, the mail manual, and then
And we'll talk about how I chose that.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh, now you got us intrigued, huh, Dakota?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? Let's get into the episode, and the first part we always got to do is the attaboy. Okay, I think this is going to be pretty unanimous on the attaboy. I don't know your guys's, but I'm going to go Travis Moten.
Yeah, I know he set the sack record career, and they were checking to see if he set the season one too.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually, that was what I was going to say too. He's my attaboy too, so we'll make it.
And
Easy,
it was right there too. I mean, he's leading
Yeah.
the state in it and everything. like, hats off to the young man. The man's balling like he should his senior year, and hats off to the man.
I was going to pick. You know what? I'll change my mind. My attaboy is the little bus from Franklin County.
Oh,
Hey, dude.
dude,
We
yes.
talked to him at halftime,
Yep.
and I was
Oh, no,
like,
that
"We were
one.
going to call you Bus," but I said, "There's only one bus," and we were like, "What do you think?" We were thinking like dump truck, and he's like, "Nah." I said, "What about little bus?" He goes, "Oh, I like
You
that."
said mini bus.
mini bus,
Mini bus.
I like that. So,
Yes,
yeah.
that kid,
Christian Moore.
Christian Moore.
He's a dude. I mean, he's a load. He's probably about your size, right, Brad? He's a big boy.
No,
Yeah.
he's a dude, man.
Yeah, I was just saying, I was watching
Yeah.
the game, and when you said bus, that's why I thought about that for a second, because he runs like Jerome Bettis.
Well, and
used
he's
to.
not slow.
No.
He was probably the fastest guy out there, and he's one of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah. Hey,
Very
he
impressive.
offered us gummy bears too
Yeah,
at
big
halftime.
one. He got one by his mama. I guess it was his mama or his girlfriend. I didn't see who it was, and he had a big bowl of
Gummy bears.
and they were like these weird colors that I've never seen before. And he goes, "You want some?" And I was like, "Man, I like this kid."
We didn't have none though. We didn't. Hey, we
No,
felt bad taking
no.
it from him.
But that's how that'll tell you how that game went because he was eating gummy bears at halftime.
At halftime. Yes. So that was the attaboy. So shout out Travis Moten. And shout out
Christian Moore,
Mini Bus.
mini bus, yeah.
Let's go, man. Okay, now in the background we are watching the game of the week, and we're gonna do the Summit Sunglasses game of the week recap, and that is Franklin County at Western Hills.
Yeah, this is really ugly from the first series when we had the butt punt. and if you don't know what we're talking about, Western Hills had the ball and they held them 3 and out. Was it 3 and out?
No,
No, they got a
They
first
got,
down.
actually got a couple first downs.
Yeah.
But it was like they just barely moved the ball. They were moving it, but just getting enough to get a first down. And then they punted. And the kicker, when he walked forward, he kicked the ball and it hit the guy, one of his up men, right in the butt. Went backwards. Franklin picks it up, scores. And before you even know it, it was like 6-0.
Yeah.
Pretty quick, yeah.
And you know what? My notes say butt putt, defense, offense, all Franklin County.
Yeah, and it was from the beginning. It was, and it was. I think it was pretty evident. We knew going into this game, and Franklin County was going to win this game. I didn't think, to be honest with you, 59-0 was maybe a little more than I thought. I thought Western Hills would score a couple times late, and I'll tell you what, when Franklin put their JV in, that JV quarterback was every bit as good as the first one.
Yes,
Two
sir.
different styles. They were run, the first quarterback. Second quarterback, he come out and threw, 5 in a row?
5 in a row.
And we were like, whoa. If they ever want to change up in the playoffs to bring this kid in, watch out.
Watch out.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Dakota. Give your breakdown.
No, I was going to say it's Franklin County in that game showed to me exactly why you can say they are right now one of the top 3 teams in 4A. And they were making a statement in that game that, hey, we are one of the best teams. Don't sleep on us. We know Boyle's there, but, hey, so is the Flyers of Franklin County. And I think this was a statement game. And in that district, and it's a fairly hard district, too, with all the teams they played, they ran roughshod through everybody. No one's giving them a battle except for Southwestern and Scott County. And even then, they still gave Scott County the business first game of the year. So Franklin County, I think, has made a statement to everybody that, hey, we know you all might favor Boyle, but look in Franklin County a little bit. We might have something.
Hey, round 3, we've already said it. It'll be Franklin. No, it'll be Boyle at Franklin. That's the only team that Boyle has a chance to go on the road against.
Yeah.
And that'll be round 3, I think.
I'm thinking it is.
We don't even care. We're going.
Right now, the RPI and that thing, we got to really look. And
Well, it could change.
Yeah.
If Boyle beats
Frederick.
Frederick Douglass this week, they may skip over him because I think, is Franklin done or they got one more? They may be done.
I thought they were done.
I say they might be doing
So
that.
they're
I'd
not
have
going to
check.
move. I will have to check. But if they beat Frederick and beat them pretty good, I'm not saying they will. We'll get into that later. But they have a chance to maybe leapfrog those dudes because look at Frederick's schedule. Remember, it's not only your opponents; it's your opponent's opponents and your opponent's opponent's opponents. So I'm pretty sure if they beat Frederick, I think they'll hop over them, and it may be at Boyle County. We may have to take off Friday and a little early.
Hey, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
And I'm all about it.
My take on Franklin County, this is the team we really wanted to see from when we went to the 5-way scrimmage. Their defense just played tough at that scrimmage. Their offense just looked impressed when we seen them. And this was just, they're raw right now. They were, when we seen them. So really get to see Jacob Olds firing
That's
that
what
kid.
I was going to say. That's a name to watch out for. That kid was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And then we had our guy, Minibus.
I talked to Coach a little bit this week after the game, and he said, that, believe it or not, I said, that kid's a little jerk. And he goes, believe it or not, he's the funniest kid on the team. He's one of my favorite kids because he's got the personality. I said, well, he sure don't play like it. He goes, oh, yeah, that's who he is when the lights kick on. He's that guy.
I love it. So shout out Franklin County. You guys were very impressive and worth the price of admission. Get out and watch those guys because I believe that they're going to give Boyle County all they can handle.
That'll be the state championship game.
Yes.
In 4A.
In 4A.
Yeah.
No disrespect to anybody else, but those are by far the 2 best teams.
Yes.
And then I thought Western Hills had a good game plan coming out.
Yeah.
They just Franklin County was just better. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They were a better team. It wasn't anything about game planning or coaching or any of that. It was just Franklin County had some more dudes.
Yeah. And shout out Juju Harmon, man. He really played well for Western Hills. And I talked about the tape, getting good tape. Campbell really didn't do anything. They really manhandled him up front. But Elijah Samuels, the old lineman for Western Hills, was moving dudes. He looked very impressive. He's short, stocky, and just was – he was pancaking cats.
Franklin kind of neutralized – what's his name, number 9?
Scotty. No, not Scotty Ballard.
The one committed to Kentucky.
Zachary Ballard.
Yeah.
I think they kind of neutralized him. I think maybe that was their game plan going in to look, let's take this dude out and take our chances with the other 10.
Yeah. because Campbell, I didn't hear his name very much at all.
No.
So that
surprised me. I thought he would dominate at least his side and make them go the other way.
Yeah.
They took him out pretty much. I'd like to see his stats, but I'm pretty sure they took him out.
Yeah. So that was the recap of Summit Sunglasses Game of the Week recap, and that was Franklin County at Western Hills.
What was the final? 59-0?
59-0.
Yeah, because that kicker, wow. Ooh, I
Oh,
had to
yeah.
watch that again.
At
that
the end.
50-yard field goal.
He nailed it, too.
I saw the video, and they explained why they did that. I don't know if that kid was a senior, and that was his school record.
Yes.
Something.
That's exactly what it was.
yeah.
He was a
Okay.
senior, and they were going for the school record. And,
Yeah.
Ooh.
So they weren't rubbing it in. That was
just
they were
something he
trying to
wanted.
get that kid
Yeah.
the school record.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You know what I mean?
Because remember when he backed up and he took a knee and on
But that
a certain
was
hash.
But that, like Dakota said, this is a rivalry game. So
yeah.
you know,
I'm sure there was some, but there was no ill will on that particular play.
intention. Yeah, on that. Yeah,
Ill will would have been throwing a 50-yard post with no
Yeah.
time on the clock. Up to
right.
59.
Exactly.
Like some people do. We've seen that happen a few times.
Okay, stay tuned to the end of this. Man, we have a challenge that we have to get to, and that
We
is
got the sushi challenge.
the sushi challenge.
Coach Blakely from South Oldham.
That's
said,
right.
We talked about eating sushi, and Brad said he's never had sushi. Troy gave me a list, and we'll get to that later, but he says if he completes these 3 things, he's going to donate $50 to
the podcast.
So we're in.
So, Coach Watson, have you ever had sushi?
Oh, yeah, it's delicious. We eat it all
We
the
eat it all the
time.
time.
All the time. We will go like across town for good sushi. So you all can do it. It's not bad. I promise.
I'm with you on this.
I'm
Brad.
just going. I'm going like this.
You'll like it.
Oh my God! So yes, go to summitsunglasses.com and use our code Cleats15 for 15% off your order today. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are growing, and you are growing with us. So I appreciate you guys. You know what? Let's get into these pick 6 games, and it does not get any easier this
We
week.
got a little break compared to what we've had.
Oh,
I think there's a couple of these games that are fairly easy picks.
you say that.
I just say, it says that, and then watch every single game come down to a last-second touchdown or something like that.
I know
Yes.
one of these is a real easy pick.
Oh, yeah. I picked that one.
You think so? Okay, the first game: Woodford County at Ballard.
This is an interesting game. It's 8-1 Woodford, number 3 in the RPI of 5A, and 4-5 Ballard, number 17 in 6A. The 4-5 really perplexes me with Ballard because we really thought they would be maybe 7-3, 6-4. I think at the worst, don't you?
I agree.
But last year, not as good. We didn't think Ballard team beat them 50-21. Here's the scary thing about this one, okay? Woodford's scoring 40 points a game and giving up 16. Ballard's only scoring 19, giving up 18. So this could be – I think Ballard's playing really well right now compared to what they started at, but we'll see.
I was going to say, you're talking about Ballard. At the start of the year, we were like, oh, what's kind of going on at the start? I think when they got to week 5, something finally clicked for them when they beat George Rogers Clark. It seems like for them,
Which is no slack.
Which, definitely no slack.
Right.
Because after that, they've lost a couple games to, Simon Kitten in a hard-fought battle. That one went down to the wire. And then to Trinity, who they held only to 3 points at halftime. And now they've beaten Oldham County and Eastern respectfully. I feel like this is starting to be like a tale of two halves for Ballard, and that Coach King's really starting to get something going there for the Bruins compared to how it was at the start of the year. I mean, he's the first-year head coach. Even though he's been an assistant, things are always different when there's someone new at the helm. It doesn't matter who it is sometimes.
Always.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that the light bulb kicked on and they bought in, or they've realized I've got 2 games left?
Ooh.
I've got to show out, or I may not go to the next level.
I agree.
That's a great
But
question.
in my notes, I said healthy ? And I put buy-in ? You know what I mean? You start off slow, you start losing those guys, then they come back, you know what I mean? Simon Kenton game, almost win. Then they play Trinity. They're playing good ball.
Yeah.
But are they all the way bought in? That's the question that we
You'll
have.
know after this week.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? I think they can keep this close. I think they can because Woodford's going on the road. But, man, we've seen them. We've seen them.
Here's the other thing. This thing doesn't matter to Woodford, really.
No.
They're set of who they're going to play.
No.
RPI, it'll help them because it's a 6A team. But just playing a 6A team helps you.
It does.
Yeah.
This game doesn't help Ballard at all because it's a 5A team. You're playing down.
Yes. Yes. But you know what? Can they score fast, as in Woodford? You know what I mean? And that could hurt them. They did it against Scott. They scored, and that game went back and forth.
Ooh.
But I think them really beating Scott the way they did, I think they got that mental toughness, and I think they're right in the spot that they need to be.
Have you seen the scores since they lost to South Oldham? What'd I tell you? Dennis went in there and he peeled the paint off the walls.
Yes.
He just ripped their butts all week that week, and they haven't looked back.
I'm going to give you my take, and this is what it's going to be. Can you win the third down battle? South Oldham, that was their back. Yeah, that was
third and fourth. When they didn't win it, they won it on fourth.
Yes. You know what? Can they win that third down? I don't know if they can, but yes, I'm going Woodford County, but I'm saying this is a touchdown or less just because Ballard's playing really good defense. But yes, I'm going Woodford.
I was having a lot of the same conversation. Because like you said, last year Ballard won this game 50-21 last year, and
I don't think they're scoring 50 this year.
it wouldn't surprise me actually, because I feel like this might go back to for Ballard. This might be like the Simon Kenton game, where this becomes kind of a shootout all of a sudden, or for Woodford County, it becomes kind of like the South Oldham Scott County game where they both just start getting their firepower going, and it's just one of those. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
No, it's on the table.
And I was gonna say, if you got to tell me to pick right now between one of those two teams,
she doesn't like it when I say that.
But if you got to tell me right now to pick one of those two teams, and what I'm thinking might be a little bit of a firepower engagement here, I'm going to go with Woodford because they've shown. In that game against Scott County, they stopped Scott County, and I think they drove 50 yards to get in field goal range with like 20 seconds left. That's hard to beat firepower like that. I know Coach Keen's going to definitely have his defense humming, and I know it says it's going to be a little bit of a firepower, but he said he was taking more of an offensive role this year. I think we might get a higher score than what most expect. I'm going Woodford County, though.
I love it.
You want to go ahead? You go ahead.
Okay. Well,
just tell me who you're going. I know you're not going to give an insight on.
No, I'm not giving an insight. I chose these football teams like I choose racehorses.
Uh-oh.
And I did go back and watch some of your all's podcast, and I started counting how many times you called people dudes. And I'm like, okay, and that's what I did. That was my research because I know about football, but I don't know about all these. But I did choose Woodford because I love some Woodford Reserve.
Oh, yes.
So that's my team. Go Woodford.
I went back and forth. I changed my mind literally 3 times on this game. Because although it doesn't really matter, I think it means everything for Ballard going forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a big game for them to just see where they're at. I think their defense has to show up. I think their defense has been disappointing this year, if we really think about it. Because we went out and watched them in that 7-on-7 and that lineman and scrimmage.
Yeah.
And their defense was nasty. They were talking. They were ripping towels. They were all over the place. Where'd those guys go?
Where'd they go?
Yeah.
So that being said, I think it's a little closer than most people may think. I'm going to go with Woodford, too. I just think I originally chose Ballard, but I got to thinking, I was like, on paper, Woodford should win this game by, a couple touchdowns. But I think it's closer.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe a one-score game, and when it's all said and done. And don't be surprised if Ballard wins this game.
You say that, but I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either,
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, what if Woodford says, all right, we're going to rest everybody?
Yeah, well, that's true as well.
You just don't know. This time of year, you just don't know.
Yeah, plus they're locked in. They know they're the
They're
ones.
locked in. They know exactly where they're going.
Yeah, so this could be a fluky
It could be a
week.
thing. Now, not saying if Ballard wins, it's a fluke, because Ballard's a damn good team.
Oh, yeah.
The record doesn't reflect it.
Right.
Do they take this and go forward? You'll see tomorrow or Friday the direction Ballard's going to go.
And if they play keen ball, that's
right.
Tough ball, man.
He gave me fits for 4 years.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Game 2. This one's going to be tricky, boys. This one, and ladies, So here we go. Fern Creek at Cal.
Yeah, 5-4 Fern Creek, RPI 18 and 6A, 6-3 Cal. They're number 3 in the RPI. So this game will help them too. You know what? They just might jump over Central. I don't know how close it is. This is one of them chances that they could hop over Central and they could host that
rematch.
The rematch.
Yeah, that would be interesting. So, but last meeting, Cal won actually 36-0, which was last year, and Cal was, how Cal was last year. They were rolling. This one's very statistically on paper. This one's very close. I mean, Fern Creek's averaging 27 and giving up 10. Fern Creek's probably got one of the better defenses around if you're really thinking about it.
Yeah,
and their 5-4 record doesn't really show it. Cal scoring almost 37 and giving up 18. So this may be a defensive struggle. It really might.
Say it with me. Defense.
It really might.
Defense. Hey, defense. I'm telling you.
Hey, listen, don't be surprised. Cal's took it on the chin here. Don't be surprised.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something now, man.
I love Fern Creek, and I love their defense, but I love Cal, and I love their offense. So this was hard for me.
No, this one, Moton is going to eat, man. I don't think that who's they're going to line up? Probably Stott's going to line up on them.
Do they move Stotts around, or does Fern Creek move and just say, hell with it, we're going to put him on the other side?
Yeah.
See,
that's the question. On the other
side,
or are we going to say, screw it, let's go?
That's the question. I love it. But then you got Wallace in the back. You got Cothran playing linebacker, outside linebacker. You got these dudes playing really well on defense. I love what they're doing. But, man, Cal's got a good defense as well. When we seen them, they got slapped. They got punched in the mouth, and they didn't overcome that. I think this might happen again with that Fern Creek defense. I'm just going to give you my pick. I'm going Fern Creek with this pick just because of that defense. I think this is KP's moment. We've talked about KP in the beginning of 25. We've talked about him all year long. This is his moment right now to make 2 or 3 key plays. He got Bullet East off of his back.
Yeah. Is 2 or 3 scores going to beat Cal?
No, I'm saying this is going to be tight. This is Fern Creek.
I'm just saying, if Fern Creek scores 14, you confident they'll win that game?
I believe so. I believe that defense. I'll hang my hat on that defense. Okay. I really think that defense is really, really good. They're all over.
Yeah.
Their stat board. They're all over in 6A and in the state.
I was going to say not only in 6A, they're also on this. I mean, Moton's leaded. They're what we got. Cawthorn and Wallace got the interceptions.
Sacks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, Connor Hodge is going to be. His fingerprints are going to be all over this. That's what scares me.
If it's not,
exactly,
then they're in trouble.
Yes, that's what I said. Fern Creek by 6.
So you're predicting kind of like a 14-7 game or something of that nature, maybe?
No, I'm thinking. You got Patrick Carr. He can kick a field goal. Yeah. He can get some points for you. So that's the dangerous guy right there. He can pin you in. I've talked about Patrick Carr plenty of times on this podcast. He's a special kid, man. He can change the field position. And we seen him Cal get smacked in the mouth by Central, and they didn't overcome it. That's my key. That defense for Fern Creek.
I like it.
I like that too. But I ain't gonna bet against Cal and that high-powered offense. I'm gonna tell you that much. Like, I think that Central game, not necessarily a fluke, but I also think that was kind of a wake-up for them. Like, hey, y'all don't bring your A game, you can get smacked in the mouth and not score.
Right.
Like, that is a possibility. Plus, what they need this game for RPI and everything. I mean, we know Coach Cantwell's gonna have them in there ready to go. I do think it's close. I think this is like the Ryle game that Cal lost when they lost to 28-24. I think that's the kind of game that we're going to get here.
Yep.
But I think Cal, especially it being played at Cal, that's a pretty unique and interesting environment there. I'm going to give it to the Centurions on this one.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
All right. I think I counted on your podcast, the ones that I watched, you all referred to Cal as dudes like 16 times. When you talked about him. Plus, I watched the podcast when I think Cantwell was on, and I just kind of liked him. He was well-spoken. He seems to motivate. I don't know. I like him. Plus, they're Cal. Come on. So I'm going with Cal as well.
All right.
Okay, love it.
So out of us three, I'm the tiebreaker again.
Yeah.
Starting to notice a theme here.
Now, I'm going to get back to KP because Coach Meredith and I had a talk, and he goes, you know what? You were absolutely right at the beginning of the year when you said we're going to go as far as KP takes us. Because the games they've lost, bad KP. Games they've won, good KP, right?
True.
This is Cal, and this is Cal time. If they're going to make a run, this is, you know, they rebounded from losing to Central, but they beat E-Town. E-Town's, yeah, whatever. But I agree. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a nuts on the table. This is big for Cal. I think Fern Creek, this doesn't really help them. Maybe motivation, maybe mentally it may help them. You know, if KP comes out and has a terrible game, what's that do going forward? He comes out and have a great game. Does that boost them on to the next couple rounds? I mean, you know how I feel about both these staffs. I can't say enough about either one of them. Coach Abel's always been good to us, and Coach Meredith, and of course Cal. Those guys have been great to us, and I think this is. I agree. This is a close one. I'm like literally don't know right this second.
I'm telling you, Coach. I think that the only reason why I'm saying this, KP's been doing this a while. I think they're going to make 2 or 3 throws. He don't have to do a lot. He just has to get that little KP touch.
I think Cal's going to throw the ball quickly. I don't think Moten's going to have a chance. I think Hodges he can escape. Now, does he escape towards Travis or away from Travis?
I bet away.
Or does he just step up and run straight up the middle? I don't know. Is Travis just going to pin his ears back every time? Probably.
That's what in my notes. Can he get pressure?
I'm going to go with my original gut feeling on this one, and I don't want to disappoint Coach Meredith because Coach Meredith loves when I pick against him. So I'm going with Cal.
Okay, I love it.
I think this is bigger for Cal in the grand scheme of things to get the ship righted back. Last week was a fluke. I mean, they could beat E-Town anytime, anywhere. I think this is probably the best defense they're going to face going forward until Central again. Central's defense is probably pretty comparable if you really think about it. George Black is probably pretty not the numbers that Travis has, but the mentality and the being an asshole. I mean, let's be honest.
Let's call a spade a spade. That's what it is. Yeah.
So I'm going to go Cal slightly over Fern Creek.
Let's go, baby. And this has been a great year for high school football. There's a lot of parity, so you don't know what's going to happen. That's why every week you just don't know, and that's why you always got get out and support your local high school football team and support your school, man. Hey, they need your help. You guys just don't know what it is when you guys go out and support them. All right, game 3. Here we go. This is Bowling Green at St. X.
I thought this was St. X at Bowling Green.
Nope, sorry.
No.
Is it? I think it is.
No, it's at St. X.
It is okay. It doesn't matter. This is
that was the guy. This is my fault.
I don't know. I thought it was at Bowling Green, but I don't know. Whatever. But this is the Kevin Wallace Bowl.
Yes.
Kevin Wallace has won a state championship with both these teams.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
So this is 6-3 St. X, number 6 RPI, 7-2 Bowling Green, number 6 in the RPI. One's 5A, one's 6A. We all know that. Last year, St. X won 27-12. Bowling Green scoring 40 points a game.
Ooh.
But St. X ain't no slouch. 33 points a game with that schedule. Defensively, Bowling Green's giving up 15-9, St. X 18.
I'm going to tell you what. You guys already know my pick. I am not going against my Catholic schools here in the city. I won't do it. I've already ate crow, 3 times? I'm not going to do it again. Marlon Harbin, he's going to be a dude if they lean on him. You got Anthony Barber. You got the quarterback there. These guys are playing great ball. That defense is going to be – Bowling Green got beat at home by South Warren. I think St. X is better than South Warren. That's the only reason why I'm going St. X. Big.
Ooh, big. Ooh, I don't know if I would have said that. I mean, because Bowling Green's got Deuce Bailey there at quarterback, and if you have seen some of the stats for his numbers,
I've seen him in person.
I was going to say, you've had to, sadly, past 2 years or 3 years?
No, just last year.
Okay,
They put us out in the playoffs last year.
Okay.
It was like a pinball, like a video game.
I just think that defense is
And I was going to say,
Wallace time. I'm telling you, it is.
well, I was going to say, kind of like how we were talking about with Cal, St. X knows where they're gearing up for. They know where that 15th game is played at.
Yes.
And you were talking about the defense, and that was my big thing that I was focusing on. I'm like, can Bush, Benson, Ekins, that front and linebacking core,
Yes.
really get pressure on Bailey? It's going to be a tall task. I think the one thing that surprised me the most about St. X, they really haven't had a lot of picks this year. I think that changes this week, though, because we know Bowling Green's going to love to pass the ball. I think that's where the big change might come and happen. I mean, don't be, though, surprised if Barber for Bowling Green, number 3, just has a wonderful game as well. I think it's closer. I don't think it's big, but I'm going St. X on this one as well.
Well, and Coach called this was his state champion in 6A.
Yeah.
And I didn't really agree. I went with Bryan Station. If I really think about that, I got 2. You know what I mean? I got Manuel, game 15. I got and I got Mayo, my other game 15.
No, but I went nuts on the table.
Yeah, you did.
3 weeks before the season started.
Yes, you did.
In the top 25 countdown.
Yes.
Just, whew.
So give us your take, Coach, and who you got.
All right, Beauty, you go right ahead.
Well, I'm gonna need you to find a new catchphrase first of all. 'Cause
She
you said
does
that
not
one 3
like that.
times. I hate it.
I'm going to wait for her
So
to take
we
this
need-
paper and smack him with it.
Yeah, we need to find a new catchphrase. St. X playing at St. X. St. X.
What if they were playing at Bowling Green?
Hmm. I don't know. It's kind of hard to go against St. X. They're a powerhouse.
She listens.
I do listen.
This is a battle of 2 very good quarterbacks.
Very
Mason
good.
Trimble is a very good quarterback.
Yes, sir.
Deuce is a very good quarterback. Deuce is kind of Cordell Stewartish.
Yeah.
For you older guys that
The slash.
know he can run, he can throw. He doesn't really. They don't like him to run because they don't want him to get hurt. They want him to stay in the pocket, kind of like what they used to do with Cordell. Gosh, like Lamar, stay in the pocket, throw the ball. But when he gets out, he's gone. I think St. X's defense is really, really good. I think they're right behind Trinity's defense as far as what we've seen and what we've talked about. I'm staying with my pick. I said St. X is going to win the whole thing. I'm going to stick with them in this one. I just think it's Kevin Wallace time. Since week 5, it's been Kevin Wallace time. They're playing pretty good right now. I think I won't say big. I'll say convincingly win this game.
Convincingly.
Not big. That makes sense.
Big. That's what I said.
Convincingly.
Ooh, boy.
And I can't pick Bowling Green because they put us out of the playoffs. So.
Okay, here we go. This game right here is going to get national attention if one team beats the other. Okay? That is Frederick Douglass at Boyle County.
6-3, Frederick Douglass. Number 4 in 6A. Remember that? We
Remember
talked
that?
about that earlier.
Yes.
Against Boyle County, 9-0, going for their 5th straight state championship.
Ooh.
They're number 3, which is very surprising in the RPI. So this game, beating Frederick Douglass, they may end up number 1 after this game if they in the RPI, which means they'll be at home all the way through and not go to Franklin County. That's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
They don't want to go to Franklin
No.
County. Trust me. That Boyle County will play anybody, anywhere, anytime. They've proven it the last 5 years. But Franklin County is not where they want to go in the 3rd round of the playoffs. They want the easiest road possible.
Yes.
Not saying Franklin County at home is going to be easier, but it's got to be easier than going to Franklin County. So in this one, Boyle's averaging 47 a game. One of the better defenses in the state, 9 points a game. That's pretty damn good. That's getting to Fairdale 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Dakota,
give us your take after.
Averaging 30 and only giving up 16 after they had a rough start to the season.
Yeah.
And we talked about it. And we talked about it with Coach. He was not happy with the way things are going. They had that manual game really, I think, opened his eyes to what needed to be fixed and needed to be done.
Right.
They've actually got rid of a player since then. And they've been playing very well since.
Very, very well.
I'm not really going to give you much insight on this. with all due respect, because for me, do I see that B and that rebel on the side of a helmet? Guess who I'm picking? I'm picking Boyle County. I'm sorry. You will, until someone does it, I'm never picking against that rebel logo on the side of a helmet. I'm going Boyle County. I mean, that week 4 game against St. Ed's, I keep going back to it because it just amazes me at how well they played that game. I mean, that first half, it was back and forth, and then Boyle County came out the second half and said, okay, fun's over. And
hey, listen, last year it was 28-7, one of the closest games Boyle had all year.
It was one. I mean, and Frederick Douglass did beat him in 2022, 37-6. One of the few losses Boyle's had.
Boyle won state that year too.
Exactly. I was going to say they're just so. But I can't pick against Boyle County. Plus, they got who, I ain't going to say anything for maybe due to the year, but Mr. Kentucky in football and Montavian Quisenberry. Woo!
Yeah. Seneca driver.
I spent all weekend with that dude when we went to camp with them.
Ooh.
So, yeah, he is that dude.
Yeah, I was going to say, so, sorry. I know inside and everything. I can't pick against Boyle County.
You know what? I have never been a part of such of a big stage. You know what I mean? That's a big stage. You know what I mean? In my life, it's been like Western playing Collins and us getting a win. You know what I mean? But this is Frederick Douglass. They've won their district, last 7 years?
Yeah, and they've only been around 8 years or something like that, I think.
Yeah. So,
and they were 5A some of that time.
Yeah, and they were exactly. Yeah. So they know who they're going up against. You know what I mean? They know that this Boyle County team is coming, or they're going there, and they're going to have to bring their A game. I think they're playing really, really well. I think this is close. I don't think this is a blowout. You know what?
Pull the trigger.
I just say do it.
I'm gonna go Frederick Douglass.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Frederick Douglass because I think they're just getting better. You know what I mean? They've been every week it's just been getting better and better and better. And we talked to Coach in the beginning of the season when we did a Coach Spotlight. Coach, you called it. You said you could be 5-5 and you could win the state championship. You know, I think Coach got them really buying in right now. We seen them live against Manual. And, man, I don't know, man. I think there's something in the air. I think they get them, and I think this is close.
At Boyle?
At Boyle. I think this is close. I think it's 3 points and less. But I'm going Frederick Douglass.
Okay. Give it to him. Tell him.
Oh, I'm with you. Boyle County. Was it not? Didn't you tell me about Boyle County? Didn't they play somebody from, like, one of the top teams in the nation?
Yeah, and beat them.
And beat them.
By 5 touchdowns?
Yeah, that's just crazy. Plus, again, they were really nice to you all when you were at Fairdale. The coaches,
I agree.
They were so nice.
Great guy. Boyle County's great guys.
They're just nice people.
But you know what? Both these coaching staffs. I talk to Coach McPeak all the time. We talked this week about this game, and you know
this is a national stage.
So you're taking Boyle.
Oh yeah.
I just love it.
She remembers me coming home from that camp and all the stuff I had to say.
Yeah. The national implication, they can knock off the 13th team in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a lot of motivation. We've seen our guy Chenault. Can he have a big game? Can that O-line really? Can that defense?
Are you trying to sway me because you don't have a clue what I'm doing?
No, I'm going Frederick Douglass, but I say this is one of their tightest games.
Once again, you got the split.
I do have the split. This is going to be a good game. And I agree with everything you said. I agree with what you said. I agree with what she said. I agree with some of the things you said too, but the one thing I disagree is it's at Boyle County. It's just different. Frederick Douglass is different too, but Boyle County is just different. It's just different. I think this is going to be a really good game, and I would not be surprised either way. Let's put it that way. I think it's a 1 or 2 score game either way. I really do. I'm going to stick with Boyle County because I said they were going to go undefeated and win 5 in a row at the beginning of the year. So I'm going to stick with that, but don't be surprised if Frederick Douglass goes down there and shocks the world. I
think they do. I think there's something brewing, man.
And I've got to pick up ground, so I teetered on this one too. But since you went Frederick, I'm going Boyle. I'm going to catch you.
No, I was going to say, but you got a lot of point because you're talking about them growing. I mean, since they lost to Mail, that's the last one I'll go to. Madison Central, the game was 21-14. Then they played Bryan Station, 24-6. George Rogers Clark, 35-0. So they're limiting how much people are scoring, and they're scoring more.
Yeah,
so
well, let's talk about those teams now. That wasn't Boyle County.
That is true. But
you want to hear what Boyle's done?
Yeah, well,
I mean, we can play that game. They beat the number 9 team in the country by 5 touchdowns at their place.
No, but I was just giving.
It's not too big for Boyle. Trust me.
No. I was just giving credence to what you were saying. Like Frederick Douglass, they are improving week in and week out.
That's my point.
They're going to make a run. I'm telling you right now, they're going to make a run in 6A. I'm not saying they're going to win the whole thing, but don't be surprised. But they're going to make a run. Does this propel them? Either way, a close loss, a good fought win, or a good fought loss, or does Boyle County just say and just
exactly? That's why I've been so torn about this game, because I think that this is going to be a defensive battle. But like you said, Quisenberry, you got Seneca Driver.
But is this one of those games where it's big and it's too big for one of the teams or the other?
It's not going to.
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think both of these. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't think so either.
We got the Hall of Famer for who is it? Who's it? The Hall of Famer, the coach. What did he went into the Hall of Fame for? Carrying. McPeak. Yeah.
Oh, McPeak. Yeah. Marshall University.
He's going to be right there. I'm telling you, man. That dude is unbelievable, man. He's always been friendly to us.
Or let me throw this back at you. Is it a repeat of the manual game where it's a little too much? Now, I'm not saying too much, but
I think they learned from that game.
So fired up that they play themselves out.
Nope, they learned from that game.
I agree. I think so too.
Yeah,
I'm going Boyle.
Close. Ooh, I love it, man. Give me chills. Let's go. Oh, okay, this is the rivalry game of the season. This game is gonna be wild, but there's a lot of question marks for one team. Okay, and this is DuPont Manual at Mail.
The old rivalry.
No questions in this game. Mail's not resting anybody in this game.
No.
This means more than –
Yes.
And here's the thing. They're both 8-1. Manual's 1 in the RPI. Mail's 5. This is huge for Mail. If Mail can beat this game, they may jump Trinity because Trinity's done.
Yeah.
They may jump Trinity. I don't know how close it is. They could jump Manual. Trinity could jump Manual because if Manual loses and Mail sneak up there to 2 and Manual may throw out a 3 and Trinity number 1, this is a big game for a lot of teams.
A lot.
Yeah.
And this one's very, on paper, this is like the closest meeting. This is the closest game we've had all year. I mean, 31-15 for Manual. They're giving up 15. Mail's scoring 35, getting up 17. The rushing yards per game are almost identical. The rushing yards on defense are close. I mean, last year Mail won 30-23, so it's going to be a good game. Regardless, there's talk about Mail resting Spike and resting this guy and that guy. I don't think this is the old rivalry, and I don't think they rest anybody. I think this is a playoff tune-up. Coach Wolf does not want to lose this game.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, it's like you said, this is the 142nd meeting of these two teams. You talk about one steeped in history. Like you said, no one wants to lose this game, especially Coach Wolf. My question is, for both of you all, how do you think Mail's going to do now that they've kind of had to change their identity a little bit? Like, this has been the big sticking point for me because now this offense runs through Antonio Harris. And, I mean, he's a star and a stud. But it helps when you have 2 stars and studs in the backfield as well.
Exactly.
Well, let's be honest. Wolf's going to go back to what he knows. He's a head coach. All head coaches go back to what they know.
Yeah.
Yes. And I said, Mail, a lot of plug and play right now. You know what I mean? They're dealing with a little bit of adversity with their offense.
It'd be really nice to be 8-1, have some adversity.
Exactly. But they faced it. You know what I mean?
And they've conquered it.
Yeah. So that's the big question. But this Manual's defense is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to make my pick.
I knew
I
saw this game. I knew who you were picking.
I am going Manual just because I think that defense is too good. Trainer, Mac on the other side, Cam, Jesse going to have a game this week. I think Manual by 10.
Here. I'm going to break the tie again. I can feel it.
No, you're not, because I'm debating on which to pick. Because here's the last time I picked Manual is when they played Cal.
Yes.
And that game was interesting because honestly, I think Manual would have been in that game a lot better if it wasn't for the fact that they got the pick, fumbled the pick, and then Cal scored on said fumble recovery.
Yes.
I think that changed that whole attitude of that game. I mean, the second half, I think both teams scored 7, and that was the end of that. The game didn't change much. Manual's defense has just been amazing. Coach Eckloff, that staff there, I won't lie, at the start of the season, I didn't think Manual would be all that. I figured they'd be above 500, but I wasn't predicting 8-1. Bale has dominated this series for the past 10 matchups, winning 10 in a row. But Mail's game against Bullitt East was a little eye-opening to me. Bullitt East came out firing. They took a 14-3 lead. I think Coach Wolf will get them right, but you know what? Something just feels special. Something just feels so special right now about this Manual team. I'm going Crimson on this one. I'll wear red for this matchup.
This is Crimson Crazies. Here we come, baby.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
So originally, when I talked to Kevin about this, I chose male, but let me say why. Well, first of all, I couldn't make a decision, so I just said, well, male comes first alphabetically. So I'm just going to choose male. However, now that I'm listening to you all, I'm flipping the script.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to go Manual. Now that I've heard about their defense, and plus, you know what? I just want Manual to win. I want them to win.
Hey, Coach goes,
I think we know where this is going.
No. This is going to be 11 in a row for Mail. I love Manual, and I'm keeping my promise to those kids that I will pick against them every game that we choose, the Manual game. I'm picking against them this week. I think, don't be surprised if Manual wins the state championship. That's how much I am impressed with them. Eckloff's the coach of the year, no doubt about it. And KHSA, 6A, 5A, 4A, it doesn't matter. He's coach of the year.
yes.
If they win this game, there's no doubt in my mind he's coach of the year. We talked about Kevin Wallace time. This is Chris Wolf time. Chris Wolf will be ready. They will not rest anybody like they did last week against Bullitt East. They rested their 3 dudes.
Ooh, see, I didn't know that.
So they will not rest anybody this week.
Well, and
This is huge.
This is a huge rivalry, man.
Huge
Just
rivalry.
on top of that.
This is West Virginia, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, who at West Virginia, whoever. This is it. I think Mail wins close. I'm going close again.
You know
Close.
what?
I think it's close again, and I think here's the kicker of this game that a lot of people don't realize. Eckloff worked under Chris Wolf for a long time.
Exactly.
So the chess match is going to be unbelievable in this game. Chris Wolf's the grandmaster of chess. I think that's the difference. At Mail is the other difference.
You know what? I'm going to change. I'm going male now. I'm sorry. He makes too much of a convincing argument here. He swung me.
Listen, I can't do it. This is like I've already mentioned in this podcast. Something in the air this whole season. There's a lot of upsets.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
This will be another one of those games. If I'm wrong, I'm happy because that's how I feel about Manual.
Right.
Coach Eckloff and those kids know. And it's funny because I pick against them every time. They think it's funny. And they told, look, you're our good luck charm. Please pick against us.
Yeah.
There you go.
Listen, I love it.
I get 3 messages every week. Please pick against us.
Sweet. I love it. And this is what it's about. It's about the community getting involved into this podcast and really pick your teams. Make sure you put your picks down in the comment section. Man, I love it. And this is what it is.
This is going to be a good one.
This is going to be really, really good.
This is a chess match.
If we weren't at our game, this is where the game we would have been at.
Yeah.
But it would have been hard getting in that place, though.
Let's get to the game of the week.
Let's go.
This is exciting, too.
Game of the week. Summit Sunglasses Game of the Week. And here it is. Cleats to Whistle Podcast Game of the Week. Oldham County at North Oldham.
6-3 Oldham County at 7-2 North Oldham. Oldham's 10 RPI, North 6. Last year, North won 29-7, which really that kind of surprised me because North wasn't really what they are this year. They've gotten a lot better, but Oldham County is a lot better this year too. So, stat wise, this is on paper. This is pretty close. Pretty close. That's all I'm going to say right now.
Okay, and I'll get to my notes. And this is the whole big mystery of this. Oldham County, where's the offense? Where's that offense?
They come out like a ball of fire the first 3 or 5 games.
Can they stop that North Oldham offense? That's going to be the key to me. I think you can score points, but can you outscore North?
Does one of our assistant coach of the year candidates in Randy McGraw, does he have something for him?
And I think he does. I think this is not close. You know what I mean? I don't think it's close. I don't think OC can score on this defense. I think this defense is playing too good right now under McGraw. I think it's going to be not close. I don't want disrespect, but I can't go against my guys over there at North.
Your home.
Yeah. At North Oldham. I just love what Brock is doing up there. The staff is phenomenal. The young men up there are you got Morty, you got Luke, you got Gray, you got AJ Paul. I can go
Daniels, the quarterback.
Grady Anthony, Daniels.
He's having a great year.
They got dudes. And I'm gonna roll with my guys. I'm going North.
You're
not
going
close.
Against Wolfie, huh? Going against Meat Mountain?
Yeah, I gotta go against them.
Interesting.
Now I was gonna say, last game North Oldham played was against my alumni, as we know, and I was so impressed with North Oldham. You talking about making me eat crow? Yeah, 41-15. I ate some good crow on that one, didn't I? Sheesh. Yeah, it was alive when it went down my throat.
Yes.
Sheesh, Louise. I was so impressed. And the thing that really impressed me too, they stopped the run game. Coach, you know, that assistant coach of the year, Randy McGraw, stopped that run game. And I think for Oldham County, they need to get into the game. If they're going to win this, they got to win it like they did against Collins. They got to have that same kind of attitude because, you know, Collins loves to run the zone. They love to spread you out and everything. For Oldham County to win, they have to do that. But North Oldham has proved to me across all the areas of the field that they play in, offense, defense, special teams, you can basically name it, they're winning in. I think North Oldham, and, you know, we were talking about Manual. There's something special brewing there. I think North Oldham could make it maybe third, possibly even fourth round of these 4A state playoffs coming up.
You know who the fourth round would be.
Oh, yeah, I do. And that's the reason I'm thinking maybe they can do it because they don't have to deal with Franklin
Have they
County.
ever been past the second round?
I don't think they have been past the second round.
I don't think so.
I think that changes this year.
I was going to say, that's why I'm thinking third, maybe. Like we were talking
Brock
about with Manual.
Roberts, coach of the year in 4A.
Yep.
Even though if Boyle goes undefeated, Franklin, Eddie goes undefeated. I mean, he's making a case.
He is.
2 years ago, North Oldham could barely get above a winning season. Now here they are, 7-2, could possibly be 8-2.
And you know what? You want to hear something funny? I work with a lady. I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to. But her son played for North in the previous regime and 1 year with Brock. And she says the culture change there is unbelievable. That she wishes her kid was 3 years younger because she wants him to play all 4 years with Brock. That's saying a lot.
Yes,
That's saying a lot.
And her kid's not even there anymore.
So, fear the teal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going North Oldham with the Mustangs
The
on
teal
this.
field. And that was my huge note. Can they keep it going in all three phases? I think they do. I don't think they can be stopped by this OC.
North.
Yep.
I'm going Oldham County.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I have no clue why.
Ovaries on the table. Hey.
What in the world? Okay.
You okay, Dakota?
I was not prepared for that.
She was prepared for it.
Yeah, I knew something was coming. Yeah, Oldham County. I don't know why. Just I don't know. So go Oldham County.
Go Colonels, right?
If that's what they are.
Wow, that was.
All right.
I love it. I love the pick.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Here's my take. I'm going to be quick on this one because I agree with you guys. I think North wins this game. I think if Oldham County has a shot, if they jump out early, if North has a mistake, if Oldham can score off of that mistake, hold them and maybe get up 2 touchdowns, maybe if that happens. I'm not saying it's going to. I think that gives Oldham a chance, confidence-wise, and then maybe North starts pressing a little. But I think North. I think all 3 phases North's better. I don't think this is a convincing win though. I think it may be kind of 7 points, 10 points, 14 back to 7. One of those games. Yeah. I think North wins though.
That OC offense. There's a disconnect. And that's the issue that I'm having with that.
But do they get a kickoff return? Do they get a punt return? Do they get a block field? I mean, a lot of things can happen to spark a team that's struggling.
I was going to say,
look at the Steelers game last night was a prime example.
Yeah.
Both teams were, and then all of a sudden you get a special teams touchdown. Boom, the game's over.
I was going to say Ryan Gillis and Miller Brown. Gillis has 5 interceptions. Brown has 4 with a pass-heavy team. Get 1 interception. Game changes.
You're right,
real
and
fast.
You're right, and he's on. He made the list too, Miller Brown. So
I think it's closer than you think.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think this is a pride thing. This is a rivalry.
Can I make a request?
Yeah.
Since all 3 of you chose North Oldham and I chose Oldham County.
Here we go.
If I win, if my pick comes through, if Oldham County wins, can I be like the dudette picker or something? Can I have something like that?
Yes, you can have whatever you want.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
we're
you.
yes.
Just some acknowledgement that
Who the hell you think you are? We hand out the accolades. You don't ask for them.
well, I have to ask for it because I'm not going to get it. So
We'll give you your props. You'll be the dudette of the
can
year.
I have props, please?
You can be the dudette.
Yes, we will.
We can't say the female dog version. We'll say the dudette because we're the dogs. Dogs are dudes. We can't say dog yet.
No, I don't think so.
We can't say dog yet. And we can't definitely say the other one.
No,
So
you'll lay on that couch right in front of us if that happens.
We'll go with dudette.
You stay right there.
Yeah, dudette of the podcast.
Dudette of the podcast.
I love it. I love it, man. Okay, so this is the extra point, the alumni picks, and this is going to be real quick for me. Western at Moore. Moore is playing really, really well. Javis Wallace finally coming back. I've seen him playing really, really well. You got Keon Johnson. You got Reggie Palmer Jr. You got these dudes really, really humming right now. Western, though, they're playing good defense. I think that's if they could get pressure on Javis and make him get out of the pocket, that could be the key. But I'm going Moore.
I've got a scenario for you in this game, okay?
Okay.
Of why Western has no chance of winning this game. Because if they win this game, they go to Franklin County.
Exactly.
If they lose, they don't make the playoffs, and Valley goes to Franklin County. I think that's how it lines out.
Yes.
So look for Western to lose this game.
I think so too. I didn't want to bring it up.
Well, they're not. They don't want to. They know what's going to happen. They don't want to travel all that. Well, I'm not saying they're going to throw the game by any means.
Right.
But trust me, you don't want to go first round to Franklin.
No, and I just think Moore is finding themselves finally. I think McHale's finally getting them right. I think, Javis they've
got some work to do.
Yeah.
They've got a tough road ahead of them, too. Moore does.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, so I'm going Moore. That's my alumni pick.
All right, my alumni pick. Spencer County is going to be traveling to Nelson County this week. I'll make it short and quick as well. Nelson County is only 2-7. They're struggling a little bit this year. I think Spencer, this is a good tune-up game for the first round of the state playoffs, which should be very much fun. I can't wait for that. But Spencer County in this one, I'll go by 21.
There you go.
Can she do the alumni pick too? Since that's her alumni too.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Pick the
Okay.
Dawes.
Yeah.
Pick the Dawes Fairdale game.
Oh, no. Poor Fairdale. I shouldn't. I'm sorry. No, I just, I do. I feel bad for Fairdale because there for a while they were on a run. And I'm not going to say why I think they were on a run because I'm a little biased, but they were on a run. And now I don't know. I don't know what happened, but poor Fairdale. Anyway, Dawes, I'm going to have to go with Doss. Their head coach, I got to make sure I get my people right. He's the young guy, kind of new, right?
Paul Mandeville, yes. We talk every Saturday.
Yes. And I get to hear those conversations because he puts them on speakerphone. And he wants it. He wants it. So he's eager. I listen to him. He takes feedback on the phone. He just wants to be a good coach, and I think that comes through with his kids. So I'm going with Doss.
Love it. Love it. Give him the speech, Coach. Give him the speech.
I'm not going to give a speech. This is a tough one for me because I gave 5 years to Fairdale. You know, and we really had it rolling, and we were really a tough out for anybody. I mean, we got lambasted in the playoffs every year, but you knew you played us when we left, and I think that's gone away. I don't think they had the dudes that we had. I'm not going to get into the reasons for that because there's plenty. Coach Dover's really struggling this year. We've talked several times, and it's been a rough year for him mentally, I think. He's got a really good young group he's counting on in a couple years, but this ain't a couple years. They're 2-6. They actually lost a game because of that weird weekend we had, and they didn't reschedule it.
Right.
So they're giving up 31 points a game, and that's actually down. It was like a 40 at one time.
Right.
And I don't think we gave up 40 the whole year a couple times, but it's pretty rough. They just don't have the weapons. They got a quarterback that doesn't really – he's a baseball player, and he's helping them out by playing quarterback. And they've got another guy that's young, just too young. They lost Xavier Burks before the year even started. That was huge. I think they win 2 or 3 more games maybe if he plays, or at least they're in them.
Right.
They're not getting beat 60-0 because he's that bit special of a young man and a special kid. I love that kid, by the way, Xavier. Hope he gets well soon. Doss is my school. I mean – it's where I went to school. I'm mentoring Paul, but Fairdale, man, I had a lot of blood, sweat, and tears over there over those 5 years. She'll tell you. I mean, I spent a lot of hours getting that to where we were, and now it's not, and it really bothers me, to be honest with you. Nobody's fault. It's just the way things go.
Yep.
Not everybody's on top all the time. Not everybody's Boyle County or Trinity or. That's just the way it happens, and the redistricting is going to kill Fairdale because they're not getting the dudes that we had.
Yep.
I think we had 32 kids on the activity bus at one time. Now I think they're down to 6 or 7. So, but I'm going to go with Dawson this one. I hate to do it. Is it at Fairdale? It's at Fairdale senior night maybe, or they already have. I don't even know. I know it's at. Is it at Dawes?
I thought it was at Fairdale, but I'm not sure.
But it doesn't matter. I think Doss wins this one. I think this is Paul has to get them back from last week's game. And I told you what I tell you was going to happen in that game. They're focused. I've talked to him. They've had great practices, a little less BS going on. I think they're getting there. I'm not going to say they're going to win the state championship by any means, but I think they're in the right direction.
There you go.
Paul wins this game. He's my coach of the year, no doubt. He may even be my coach of the year if he doesn't win this game. So I think this is going to be closer than you think. Fairdale's got a lot of pride. It's the last game some of the kids I coach, last game they're going to play.
Yep.
Coach Dover's not going out like a punk. I can tell you that right now. Paul's got this one circled because he felt like we gave it to him a little bit last year. 41-8, by the way, Paul, if you're listening. I like sticking it in there. But I think Doss wins. I think this is a close game. I really do.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was our pick 6 for week 11 here in the state of Kentucky. Now, if you guys want, I'm actually going to timestamp everything so you guys can skip through. But now we have the Sushi Challenge for $50 from Coach Blakely.
Yeah.
We're going to have that on here.
My bride's actually going to cut out. Right?
Yes.
She's actually going to cut out.
Yeah, so we got to get a pick, though, so we can.
She's going to go.
Yeah, for the dudette of the podcast.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we can piece it back in, right?
Yeah. So I will just end it here, and then
We'll end it here, and we'll pick back up with the sushi challenge.
Yep.
So stay tuned. We're
Yes.
going, but we'll be back.
Yeah, stay tuned, and
We
thank
can
you
edit
very
it
much
out.
for
Thank
coming on the
you.
podcast.
Thank
Hope
you.
you really enjoyed it.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
And,
This is fun.
and tell them you're more than welcome to come out here and get on here and be our guest picker as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we don't bite. He bites, but I don't.
I'll just nibble.
Come on now.
Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, here we go. We are back with the sushi challenge. Shout out to the wifey coming on the pod, man. That was awesome.
She did a good job.
Yeah. I felt bad because we didn't really get interacted with her. You know what I mean?
That's fine. She
like-
had to go home and get on
just standing there.
a Zoom call.
Oh, is that what? Oh,
Yeah.
that's why we had to start early? Oh, shoot. Okay, well, here we go.
Yeah.
Shout out. No shout out to our guy, Troy.
Troy Blakely, head baseball coach at South Oldham, came up with an idea. We were trying to fill space because it was 50-something to nothing. Talked about sushi, and Troy gave us a challenge. He said, "I'm gonna have to read this so I get it right."
Okay, here we go.
I kind of deviated just a little because he wanted me to get it from a gas station. I didn't want to do that to my guy.
Oh.
Thank you for that.
I didn't want to do that to my guy, but oh, that's not Troy. That's Brad. You're not going to be talking about it.
Okay, here we go. I've never tried sushi before.
Yeah. And to come to find out, Dakota hasn't either. So we're going to throw a 2-for-1 in there, Coach, if you want to make it fit 100 instead of 50. But anyway, he said $50 if you try sushi on the air.
Let's go.
So he get 3 different kinds. He wanted one from a gas station. I didn't do that to you. I hope that doesn't disqualify. If it does, I'll take it up with him. But he said no less than 2 pieces each of each kind. You have to chew, swallow it, and if you spit it out, no deal.
Okay, here we go.
So I've got 3 different kinds. I've got a salmon, I've got a California roll, and I've got a spicy raw California. So one of them's deep fried too. So I think you'll like that.
Okay, so here we go. And I'm doing this. If you guys don't know, I like reality TV and like the challenge. You ever watch the challenge?
A little bit, yeah.
They always do
what was that one with Joe Rogan. Remember that?
At the finale. They always had the eating part. So
where they ate bugs and everything. You remember that?
Fear Factor.
Yeah, Fear
Factor.
Factor.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm getting in my challenge final head right now. So listen, if I can do this, I can run the challenge. So let's go.
Yeah, we're going to start off with raw sushi with brown rice. Okay? You have to have 2 apiece, and you have to keep it down or no deal. So we'll start off with the raw salmon. Take you one pass.
Put it right there, Dakota. Put it right there.
Put it right there. Now, the best, you want my advice, just put the whole thing in there and go for it.
Oh, that was the plan.
And chew it. You'll like the taste.
Count of 3. You want to do this?
Count
Here
of 3.
you go. We got a cheers. 1, 2, 3.
Have I ever lied to you? Doesn't taste like raw fish, does it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, bye.
You got to keep it down. This might be a 3 water bottle tonight. Here, I'll even eat.
Okay.
I just don't want you to say one. I ain't gonna lie, this is getting stuck in my teeth.
Sushi challenge. Let's go, baby.
You want to move on, or you want to try another one?
Do we have to have 2? Or
You have to have 2. You want to move on to another one? Or
no, let's just knock that out. Let's just knock this shit out.
All right, here we go. Grab your nose. And then we'll talk about it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Cheers.
On me.
Cheers.
Okay. Cheers. Okay. I give that.
Give me a 7 out of 10.
I give that a
Not terrible.
not terrible. I don't even know what to rate it because I've never had it before. But I would actually rate that like maybe an 8.
That's salmon. That's raw salmon. Can't even taste it, can you?
Just saying that. Why?
I was just saying, stop saying it because I was like midway through swallowing. I was like,
I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just telling you what it is.
I was say I'm giving that a 4.
Yeah.
4. What do you think out of 10?
I'm gonna say 7.
7.
I'll say 7. I've never had it before, so I don't.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
All right,
Let's
so now the next one.
keep chugging, baby. Keep chugging.
This next one.
If we finish this, we don't have to do the third one.
This next one is raw crab. meat,
No.
and avocado and brown rice.
The only thing in that I heard that I like is brown rice.
There you go.
Hey,
Do you want some soy? I got soy sauce.
does that make a difference?
It make it taste like soy sauce.
Yeah, give me some. Give me some
Here,
of that.
grab that pack.
You got yum yum or no?
Grab that pack of no yum yum. This is not a Chinese. The yum yum was on top of the first one.
Oh, okay. Let's go. You got soy sauce?
It's right there in
it's
that
right
package. It's right there in that package.
Oh, why didn't you tell me that?
I don't care for soy sauce, so
All right,
I'm just gonna go ahead and raw.
Now this one, in my opinion, you
raw dog it. Let's
you
go.
may not like this one as much as the first one.
Hey, this is nuts on the table for $50. Shout out Troy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, here we go.
I understand. I'll let you get the soy sauce.
Get the soy sauce on there. It's going to come out of there now. Be careful. It's going to make it a little salty.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
It'll be a little different taste.
That one's not as bad as the last one.
That's because it's crab versus salmon.
Okay.
Crab's a little different consistency.
You know, we went to that.
Did the soy sauce help?
It probably did because I don't even know what I ate. So I'm just
It's
shoving it in my
crab,
mouth.
avocado, and brown rice.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Got one more.
Why can't we just do one, Troy?
Because Troy set the rules. It's his money.
Actually, that's the worst part. He set the rules. You can't say anything to it.
All right.
Okay.
Going with soy again or no soy?
No soy. No soy.
No soy aluminum.
Okay. Okay.
I think the avocado helps on that one.
I think so too. Plus the brown rice.
Yep. I'm still giving it a 5, but
You guys are doing great. I'm really impressed.
Okay. I'm actually going to give this a 5 too as well. Just because I know it's crab. Salmon I was okay with.
okay.
Don't you let that come up. You've gone too far. Take a drink of water. Is it really going to come up? Whoa. I'll save the best for last if that makes you feel any better. Oh, Troy, it's getting close. Oh, he's doubled over, Troy. Are you serious? I don't think he's going to make it.
I don't want to do it.
Hey, you got to just remember, technically the challenge is done as long as you don't do anything. We only have to eat one of these. We don't have to finish 2 of these.
Okay. I saved the best one for last. I'm going to eat one right now.
Oh my God. Troy, you're killing me, brother. You're killing me, man.
I saved the best for last.
Okay.
Spicy California roll.
Okay, here we go.
It's got the spicy yum sauce on it.
Okay, here we
I
go.
think you're going to
Let's
like
just get this. Let's get this over
I
with.
think you're going to like this one. This has got cream cheese, crab, avocado. This was really good, Coach.
I think that crab is the one that's getting to him.
You'll taste more yum and cream cheese than anything on this one.
That's oh my God.
You've only literally got 2 more to go and you're done.
I thought we were done with this.
You got to eat 2 of these.
But I thought we already finished 2 of the 3.
Two.
Oh, you got.
Okay. You and me had a different mindset here.
Suck this one down and then eat another one. You're done. You'll like this one. I'm going to put it on the table so you'll like this one. Spicy yum gives it a different. Troy, it's going to be close. You know what? Cheers. I'm going to eat another one.
Ugh. Nice ball.
So you don't think that one's better?
Nope.
Blakely, you're killing me. This is great. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, he's not going to make it. You got one more. And then once you get it down, it's over. One more. I love it. One more and we're done.
I don't even want to talk.
One more and we're done. Go for it. Just go for it.
Just go. Don't wait for me. Go.
Go for it. This is going to come down to the wire. I can feel it.
I can smell the crab.
I'll even eat the last one, too.
I can smell the crab on my nose.
You want to finish the rest of them, Mom?
Nope.
Troy? It's going to be close. Oh, we got one done. Brad's done.
Woo!
Come on, Dakota.
Oh, man, bourbon.
Ooh, okay, there we go. Ooh. Prayers for you and your raw fish.
Oh.
Michael Wells, they did it.
Woo!
I think that's considered a victory because
Yeah,
I
let's
think
go.
it's down.
No.
I think they're down. Hey. Good job. Troy, they did it.
Never having it again.
Never. Never.
Seriously, you would never eat that again.
I would never eat again. I'm going to go hopefully have some burritos and some rice, and I'm all right, baby. That's crazy because, you know what I mean? In Mexican, we have, tripe, we have cow tongue, lengua, we have all that.
So you literally, you could taste the raw fish in that.
I could taste it. I could smell it. That was my problem.
The salmon was getting me the worst. I don't know why. Because, I eat catfish and everything all the time, usually fried, but
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, I think that's the thing with me. I love my fried food, so
Hey, I really thought, look, TV. I really thought that Brad wasn't going to make it. I really thought he was going to puke.
Once he had the second one, I thought it was over.
It's not over yet. But I think let me read the directions one more time just to
Hold
make
on.
sure. But I think we're done. Let's see.
Shout out Troy, man. Thank you for thank you for actually just making me try something different as well.
No less than two
same.
pieces each, and has to chew and swallow. If he spits it out, no deal. So you're done. You swallow.
Yes.
Doesn't say anything about puking.
Dakota.
Doesn't say anything about
job.
puking. I'm proud of both of you. That's a big achievement.
Holy smokes, man. I love hey, hope you guys
Are we just gonna we're gonna put this on the end of the show there?
Yeah. The
Oh,
sushi
yeah.
challenge will be on the end. Man, hopefully you guys and put down your favorite sushi in the comments.
See, I could
section.
eat that whole thing.
How though? The smell.
I love it.
Props to you.
I know. I don't know how you do it though. But what do you just eat it like that?
Oh yeah, chopsticks. They bring you a big old tray of it out in the restaurant. You chopstick. Now they got wasabi sauce too. Have you ever tried wasabi?
No, and I'm
It's
not.
like really hot. It's a green, green paste, and it's really hot.
Oh man,
I'm Caucasian. We don't do good with spices, okay? I can't handle that.
I almost lost it.
Oh yeah, several times. You almost lost it. I thought you were gonna screw the whole thing up.
Now what's going to stink is there's going to be more people. I'll give you $100 if you eat this.
That's fine.
That's what's going to happen.
What do I not like?
What do you not like? Listen.
I literally will eat anything. I mean, I don't think there's anything that I don't like. I think if I had to say there was one thing that I totally hate,
You can't think of nothing.
I really can't. Throw it at me because I'll eat anything. I love livers. I love chicken livers.
Wow, that's crazy.
There's some chicken livers I could do.
I love everything.
Well,
We could have some kind of
crab and-
challenge where I got to eat so much of something in so many seconds or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, we got to do something. But yeah,
Hey, we should have won $100 for eating that damn meat mountain we choked down.
Oh my god! And we
Dude,
did that
I
for.
felt like crap for.
We did that for fun.
Yeah.
And that was dumb.
I forget what's the whole combination of that again?
Oh, let me get my attire.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get it.
Oh.
Pastrami, chicken, ham,
Brisket,
brisket.
roast beef. I mean, it was like 7 meats, 3 cheeses, and it was literally a mountain. It was I fought it. I think you like ate it from the side or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
my mouth's way bigger than his, so I got it. And I couldn't eat. I didn't eat the fries. Matter of fact, he ate most of my fries.
Yeah, it did. I love Arby's fries. Man. They're fired.
So anybody's got
Curly's?
if anybody's got a suggestion, we'll try anything. Evidently, we'll try anything. I'll try something. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be. Maybe something hot, maybe or I don't,
I
really like
don't know if I can
spicy
do
stuff.
that.
I don't want to die on here, but
Someone's going to say the one chip challenge, and I'm going to say no to that.
I'm not doing that. I'll drop dead right here. 'Cause
I'm with you.
I can't really eat spicy food, but for the cause I would. But I'm not doing a one chip challenge.
Oh my gosh! So yeah, sushi challenge complete.
Sushi challenge complete. Thank you.
But yes, I hope you guys like the podcast. Make sure you go and support the podcast. Go follow us on all of our socials. Man, look at the terrible towel. And hey, Beanie. Shout out Beanie.
Beanie, 3 interceptions in 2 weeks.
Woo-wee. Let's go,
Let's
baby.
go, Beans.
So yeah, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and man, support us.
Troy,
man.
show me the money. Show me the money.
I'm gonna have to go and blow my nose, man.
Don't you puke.
I got it like right here, man.
Oh, you sissy. Go get some of that Weller over there.
I know I'm going to have
Shoot it
to.
down.
But yeah, we appreciate you very
that,
much,
Troy.
man.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, that was
if anybody
awesome.
else has something they want to come up with, let us know.
Man.
We'll at least think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we always say, everyone has a story.
We're here for them to tell it.
Cleats to Whistle podcast. God, I think the